It's time for the livest interactive sports talk show in Ohio. This is Down to the Wire 513.
Oh, fly me ran.
Yo, Down to the Wire 513.
Hey, man, we back in the building. Hey, what's going on, brothers? How y'all feeling, man? Episode 228.
I just gotta laugh at what Doc told us off.
It was a fairly good day though, until it wasn't.
Man, don't be on that
and it
bullshit.
wasn't man.
Oh man, I wish we had a bottle. I wish we had a bottle, man. Hey, that was shot worthy, boy.
Doc needed right now, y'all.
Are we cool? No, I'm cool. You know, I'm cool. No, let's run it.
Down to the Wire 513, episode 228. Karen Bland, Randall Palmer, Josh Evans. Just read the title: NBA season recap, wrap up, whatever you want to call it. NBA regular season is over with. Postseason is among us.
The Lakers in there?
Hell nah, man. Them niggas had extra.
Hey, so I'm just gonna say this though. We ain't gotta go to, but I gotta touch it ASAP. T-Wolves won. I guess they won a championship. Or something. It felt that way. And LeBron James is laughing. LeBron, I don't want to see you laugh. None of that shit, B. This shit ain't funny. They acting like the championship. You at the crib. That's all I'm saying. Shit's not funny. To you, it shouldn't be.
Everybody too. I was like,
I don't even want him watching the games. I would have preferred the story, coming up. Yeah, I could never really watch. Niggas said that. Shannon Sharp said that. He said he could never really watch the Super Bowl if he wasn't in it.
Niggas,
that's what I need. That kind of.
Yeah, I need Brian to lie and say that because he definitely out here.
Yeah. I'm not telling you not to actually watch. I'm not saying he actually doesn't have to, because I don't believe Shannon Sharp doesn't watch the Super Bowl. But he said that the past two or the first two he's really watched because he can't take it if he wasn't in it type shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to feel that vibe from Bron, even if I know he's lying. You feel me? You go. Well, many people think so.
I do. Well, I will touch. I will touch on that too, though, man. Cause let Pat Bev live, man. That was like getting revenge on an ex girl last night, man. Leveling up with your old girl, man. I feel where Pat Bev was coming from. I feel like the city of Minnesota, they just rallied behind how passionate he was about it. They gave him a bullshit ass offer. He beat the squad. He beat the squad to get in the playoffs. So I ain't mad at him for showing emotion. I mean, they still about to get popped in the first round, but if you want to be happy,
funny though. I mean, I'm with you. Was it a little over the top? Yes. But I like people that are emotional and they care about the game. I mean, he wanted to beat LA. That was about him beating the Clippers. He wanted to beat them so bad.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve Ballmer was there too, so he kind of rubbed it in their face, which can't blame him for that. But the whole crying shit, bro, you got chill, bro. it ain't that serious, bro. Just talk a little shit and move on. You ain't got to be out there crying, bro. That's all I'm saying on that. Shout out to Ant-Man, though. We're going to touch on that later, I guess. But yeah, shout out Ant-Man.
Shout out D-Lo, too, man.
Yeah, shout out.
That hurt. My voice just... All right. Recap on the season, man. Getting a little emotional talking about D-Lo. NBA season, man. What a season it has been. Went back, episode 204. I know that's where we made a few predictions on there. Go ahead. I'll just go ahead and start. I know, Rand, your predictions were Bulls finishing the top 3 in the East, and the Warriors will be the West Conference Finals, which could possibly still happen. We don't know the outcome yet.
Yeah, Bulls 6 seed. But they were doing good, man. They were up there, top 4. They were pushing for a top seed. They were definitely in the mix.
They were number 1 seed for more than half of the year.
Yeah, they never want to see for a long time. But I'm talking down to toward the end, they fizzled out, but they were still battling for a top, for a top seed. But man,
Only 3
injuries kind of
games out. So
injuries kind of derailed him. With Zoe being out, he now shut down for the rest of the year. So, playoffs, I guess. But yeah, not terrible predictions.
My predictions were, I said no worse than top 4 in the East. So I was right there. Same with you. Fizzled out. Nobody expected DeRozan to be this man possessed the whole entire season. Still had a pretty
That's
good.
facts.
Had a pretty good season. I still think he'll make his first All NBA team this year. But he fizzled out a little bit after All-Star break.
He never made an All NBA team.
No, he ain't never been first. He's
first team. Okay, I thought he'd been like third or something. He definitely made third.
Yeah, third and second. He never been a first team.
He should be a first team. If he ain't first team, it's gonna be a travesty.
We gonna talk about that later with who we think is MVP. We gonna talk about that a little bit later.
Hey, the NBA being tricky with the way they try to categorize these players. We're gonna talk about that for sure.
Yeah. So and then my other predictions was I said no Nets in the NBA Finals, and I was rolling with Milwaukee get back to the finals, which to be determined. So
I don't think that was a good prediction, man. People were sleeping on Bucks. I think people start sleeping on the Bucks. Giannis, I think Giannis should be MVP. We're gonna talk about that later on too, but I think Giannis is having an MVP type season. People sleeping on the Bucks. They shouldn't be.
Let's go ahead and touch on this for the final time. I know we talked about it every week because they've been in the headline every week. Our squad, Lakers. Let's go and put them to rest for good this year. This overall picture. What was your thoughts on the season overall?
Overall, complete failure. You know, being a diehard Laker fan, I knew it would be bad. I didn't know it'd be this bad. You know, we called it on the show. I don't think any of us were fans of the Russ deal. Or fans that haven't Russ on the team. Not saying that Russ is a bad guy or anything, but are you saying he's a bad player? He just is not a good fit for this team. Not a good fit for playing with LeBron James, and we all knew that. And the season just showed it. So I can't say I'm surprised that it happened. I'm surprised it was as bad, but honestly, I'm not really surprised it's happened. You know, definitely sucks, man.
Yeah, I going back to this, like I said, this is a little bit episode. One of my takes away from the whole thing was not more so the Russ deal, just the Lakers in whole. It was basically we all kind of said who was going to play, what we going to be able to stay healthy for the 82 seasons. Like, it's a long season, and like you said, injuries bit us. Like, that's why we struggled to get our chemistry right, and why we didn't make the playoffs. Injuries at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now I didn't expect AD was going to be the one. I think he's going to have a nagging injury, but I wasn't expecting him he was one to miss most games of the season.
I did. I didn't expect AD to do good. But I expect the rest to be better. While because I knew AD and LeBron would not. I didn't think LeBron would be hurt. I thought LeBron would not fall off, but not be as good. And he still was great, but he got hurt. So I think it's the opposite happened, which I don't know if it's good or bad. It's good that he didn't fall off, but it's bad that he got hurt again. You know, or getting hurt more often. But I never banked on AD being healthy, but I banked on Russell being able to be an MVP type player for us, and he was not that, man. I ain't gonna even say I banked on that. That's what the team banked on. That's how I put it. That's what the team banked on, and it never happened. You know, of course, injuries killed us, but if Russ would have fit better with LeBron, we still could have made something work.
I agree with that, and also it just seemed like the pieces we brought in, like they just really like never like got going, like stayed consistent.
Yeah.
Kendrick Nunn, who we thought, but he didn't play at all.
Play one regular season game, bro. He played like 3 or 2 preseason games. Didn't play one regular season game.
Now we
did not have surgery. Like how's that possible? How is that? What, bro? He's rehabbing all year.
We go episode down the wire, episode 204. Go back and listen. We all begged on him to at some point come back and provide a boost for us. Never did.
It never happened, bro. That killed us as well. Killed us.
Uh-huh.
Reeves was our most consistent bench player, if you want to be honest, all season.
Yeah.
Which is sad being a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
We got Hall of Famers on the bench. Now, I ain't going to say it's all their fault, though, because Frank Vogel's minutes were not consistent all season.
His rotations was terrible.
Terrible. But you got to then you got to ask, is that really his fault? Like, who was really making – I'm going to say, yeah, who was really making the calls, man? Who was making the calls? Because the word on the streets is, he had people in his ear. Jeannie Buss, Linda and Kurt Rambis, and of course Rob Pelinka. So
Making a call about what though? Like what? Like who to play? I mean,
sitting Russ earlier, maybe whatever the case may have been. His word on the streets was that he wanted to pull Russ earlier. Some say. But then I'm hearing other reports that are saying he was one of the ones that wanted to push for Russ playing more. I don't know. So who knows what's going on, man? Who knows? Well, we know Frank's gone now, so he got scapegoated. It wasn't all his fault, but
you get fired after just winning championship 2 years ago.
Because if you look at what happened, bro, like you can't really blame him, but somebody had to go. And if somebody had to go and Rob ain't getting fired, they ain't trading LeBron. They can't trade Russell. They ain't trading AD.
I'm about to say, so what now? So what? We about to stick with Russ for another season? Hoping it was like Vogel's rotation.
That's what they might do, but bro, I after that exit interview by Russell Westbrook, bro, hopefully they can find some kind of a trade partner. Hopefully, it's been rumored that Charlotte is possibly interested. Hopefully, we can find some kind of deal to get them out of there, man.
Indiana, that was the two I think.
Indiana too. Okay. Well, hey, whoever, please, if we can get them out of off our books, that'll be awesome. But honestly, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I think we may have to go back in with this same core. I don't want to say same team. I definitely think we're gonna make some changes. But Russ may still be there with AD and Bron, unfortunately. And if you're honest, if you ask me, I wouldn't want to coach this team.
And my thing before I let Doc chime in here. Is LA even like that attractive place for free agents anymore? Especially if we come back with Russ, if Russ stays here and we have that big three, like is it even
hell nah.
a sexy place?
Hell no.
So
no,
they can't even get a coach right now. You see, they were trying to target Quinn Snyder, but as soon as they fired Frank, he said, I'm cool. Like, how do you think the job's gonna get open, bro? Just gonna demo Frank and make him assistant coach and bring you in as a head coach? No, Nick, he's gonna get fired.
Nick Nurse is
Mark Jackson. That's what's they trying to throw Mark Jackson name out in the mix. LeBron.
Yeah, I heard.
If I'm any coach, I'm not taking that job. If I'm any coach, I'm not taking that job.
Yeah, especially like
somebody gonna do it because it's like okay.
It's like why would Nick Nurse leave Toronto for just LA job? Like no. Same thing with
I'm not doing it.
Like they're talking about Doc Rivers. So y'all saying Doc Rivers gonna get fired? I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, it could possibly happen. They're saying that James want D'Antoni up in there. So who knows? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, I say this. I say if Doc gets bounced in the first round, he's gone. They lose Toronto in the first round. Doc gone done.
Now you know I ain't the biggest Doc fan, but if they lose in the first round, it ain't his fault.
But the question, Doc, was
the Sixers.
But
if they lose in the first round, it's not Doc's fault.
But the question, Doc, was just overall, what was your takeaway from Lakers season?
Oh, let me hit the Lakers a sexy place first. No, it's not. But if everybody's gone, even you don't got draft picks for 2-3 years, the Lakers is a sexy place because it's Hollywood and that's where one of the biggest brands and you can get rich at. So it is sexy in theory, just not sexy right now. It's not the hot place to be right now. To answer that question. My takeaways from the season, it was a crazy roller coaster for a lot of players. Steph started up super high, and I mean he had a great season, but it's like then Trae Young finished with the most points and most assists in the season, the only player to ever do that. You know,
Also got the most
it
turnovers.
was a hell of a year, huh?
Said Trey also got the most
What'd you
turnovers.
say, Rand? I ain't hear you.
Got the most turnovers in the league.
Oh yeah.
Only because Russ didn't play
He
last
probably
few
got the
games.
ball in his hand the entire.
Nah, that's only because Russ didn't play. Because Russ was leading, and then they said Russ, and then Trey had, I think he had like 15 turnovers the last like 3 games. But if Russ would have played, he would have been leading.
Yeah.
What about
Like,
the Lakers, Doc?
It was cool. The whole thing was a disappointment. We all saw it coming. LeBron said, keep the receipts. We did. You guys fucking sucked. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. You guys freaking sucked.
We got the receipts, bro. We got
And
the
it's
receipts.
it's LeBron's fault in the sense that he was the one that pulled the trigger on Westbrook. And it came out because everybody like, look, it wasn't me. That's his fault. And it was a terrible mess. And he knows his I will never question LeBron's basketball IQ, but like Jesus Christ, but you knowing the game so well, what were you thinking? I don't know, because I don't know what he was thinking.
I think he was thinking that
I can't get into LeBron's head. Like,
but that wasn't happening.
Yeah,
but they at least had a Mario Chalmers on that team.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
It was a big letdown. It was a big letdown for the Lakers. Like Bron had a like individually, he is one of the greatest players, you know, to play the game. But I think he's one of the worst leaders of a basketball team.
Damn.
Leader?
Damn, Doc. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it before. He let stuff fester in the locker room, and
we talked about it. I ain't gonna agree.
There's ways to you running, you running stuff, but it's like, bro, his leading skill just ain't it for me, man. And being a good leader don't always translate into win. It don't always translate into wins, but it's a reason that people be happy to get away from him.
Okay.
I may give you off court.
Yeah, I mean he's probably hard to play with and hard to be around, and hard to be the Robin of, definitely. Like he's hard to be the second guy behind, like because you're gonna get all the blame.
Being a leader is more than just on the court, though. It is off the court as well, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody people treat LeBron differently than they treat Kobe and Jordan. And like I said, being a leader doesn't always translate into wins, but it's a reason people be feeling the way they feel when they lead. LeBrick, like, ain't nobody talking like that to Michael Jeffrey. Saying LeBrick afterwards? No. Come on, man. Nobody's doing that to Mike. But you know, LeBron, that's not to take anywhere. Everybody ain't meant to be that leader on the team. So, you know, he'd go number 1 or number 2, something like that, but it is what it is.
All right. This is Down to the Wire 513, episode 228. We just recapped the Lakers season. They said all huge disappointment. Sucks. We suck. Didn't make the playoffs. We all predicted them to make the playoffs at the beginning of the year. That was one of our predictions. We expected Russ to get it going. We all said at least by Christmas break. That didn't happen. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for the Lakers, man. Right now it's not looking good. I know I want Russ gone for whatever we can get.
Yeah, I'm down with that as well. I want us to find a trade partner for us, and get him out of there, please.
Trade Russ for me. At least I won't frustrate the team. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah, get him out of here, man.
I'm coming cheap. I'm going to contribute.
Hey, I got a question for y'all about
maybe a
Russ.
3,
So
maybe.
after his next year, now Russ has a $47 million option, player option, for next year. So I think he's gonna opt into that option. After this season, if he stays with LA or if he gets traded somewhere else, if he has the same type of season he had this year, what's gonna happen to Russell Westbrook? Is he gonna get picked up again? Is he gonna? Because I mean, you can't make him a backup point guard.
I think he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get the mellow treatment. He's gonna take a year off, do the round, talking about maybe I can still play, I can still help provide, and it's gonna take him to go to a team like I said, willing to come off the bench and just be what Melo is now. Now, will Ezekiel allow him that? I don't know, but I think that's what will happen if he has a season like this after his contract is up. He'll take a year off, and then hopefully he'll come to realize I'm not who I was anymore. My role on the team is diminished. I'm going to be a 6-7 man at best.
You think that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I really hope this for Westbrook because I hear he's a great guy out the court. He just got to really work on his jump shot because the way he plays, he only got a year or two left in the league. Because I mean, Father Time is undefeated, and I don't see him being like LeBron James having that freak athleticism at 37. LeBron James is a freak of nature. Period.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's definitely his last big bag.
He can find himself out the league
very fast. He might be like
not unless he develops.
Go ahead.
Oh, not unless he developed a jump shot. Like Derrick Rose wasn't the greatest shooter but like after he started hurting his knee, you like, oh, Derrick Rose, you want to leave Derrick Rose open? You know what I'm saying? Because he can knock it down. I mean, he might not be a knockdown, but I ain't leaving him open either, though. You know what I mean? Like Westbrook, people are literally standing like under the rim, bro. That's you can't be a guard in the league and not be super athletic, and that works. So he'll find himself out the league in 2 years if he doesn't develop a jump shot.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna be like kind of like AI was, where you look back, AI was like that nigga a couple years, and then you look, and then a couple years later he was gone. Like damn, he got to the league quick because he couldn't adapt to being like that 6-man type shit. So I don't know, man.
And then it was, but for AI, it was like I said, it was different because AI could definitely shoot better than Russ. But just the toll AI had on his body by the time of that career, like Father Time caught up to him quick due to how he played.
That too.
And like I said, obviously part of it was his fault. In his head, he's still thinking, yeah, I'm not, I could do that, but he was listening to his body. It's like, nah, bro, we about done. We can't be taking that punishment night in, night out anymore. Which was sad because man, AI was like I said, generational talent, and he deserved to have a better send off than what he did. I'm glad he's more open in media and interviews, and he's around a lot more.
Yeah.
Westbrook, generational talent as well. So hopefully he doesn't go out like AI. I hope not.
I hope not, man. But it ain't looking pretty right now for Russ, man. So if he don't make some serious changes to his attitude and to his game, he's gonna be out the league very soon.
I can see that. Well, what were some of y'all other biggest? Let's start with you, Randy. Some like your biggest shockers from the season.
Let me see. The Cavs started out pretty good. They didn't end up really good, but they started out pretty good. That was a shocker. Not the Mavs. The Grizzlies. The big shock. I know they would be decent. I know they'd be that good.
2 seed.
Yeah. So shout out to Memphis. Let me think who else. Of course, Lakers is being shitball, but
Well, I don't even want to talk about Lakers though. No, if we ain't got to, let's not mention Lakers.
that's got to be the biggest shock of everybody's season. Honestly, is us being so shitty. But other than that, man, I ain't really shocked about the Knicks being shit, but I already knew they would be shitty. That's
Bing bong.
That's the only other team that niggas all year. Nick, nah, that last year was a fucking fluke.
Oh man,
I knew it. I knew that shit.
I know you seen that video many a time. That Bing Bong video. Them outside of the going crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I knew there was gonna be a fluke from last year, but other than that, I ain't really too shocked by nothing else. The whole shit that happened with James Harden in Brooklyn, that was a shock. But other than that, man, everything else was kind of just per usual.
I'm with you with for me. I'm with you with Memphis, and I don't care who you are. Nobody expect them to be a 2 seed.
Yeah, I expect like maybe a 6 seed type shit, but 2 seed overachieving for sure.
And nobody's going to be a 2 seed. Continue elevation of Ja. Like I thought Ja would be a superstar, but not like this fast.
Yeah,
like, he's easily household name.
Making
basically
the commercials and shit.
Commercials. He's basically the face of that draft class now until Zion can get his ass back on the court.
That's the big shock right there. You brought it up. I didn't even think about that. That's the biggest shock another biggest shock of the season right there. Zion not playing a single fucking game. Who fucking saw that coming?
Yeah, and honestly, that's which leads to another, like the Pelicans. Now, granted, they had a shitty record, but that's one thing I got to say real quick about the play-in. I think the play-in should only come into effect if it's like the East, like if you only like 3 games separating apart.
Yeah.
Bro, like, the Spurs and Pelicans, bro, they don't need to be playing in the fucking play-in.
Right, like that's like what? Like, come on, bro, come on.
That's my only knock against play, bro. Yeah, if you 3 games at most, like separate y'all, you can have to play in tournament. But if you more than that, nah.
You won that back. You wasn't close. You wasn't close enough to compete.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not going to play it. But the Pelicans, I mean, making the playoff, making the play-in without, I don't even call that a shock because I mean we often expected them to finish like that low. But like I said, this fact that they made it over the Lakers, I guess.
Yeah, that's man. Again, Lakers just being, man, that's the worst year.
But
first expectations ever.
But Ja's emergence. I said probably my biggest shot in Miami, the Heat. I didn't expect them to be number 1 in the East.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I guess I didn't see them being that good. I think the Kyle Lowry trade would, but I still don't. I'm not sold on them. That's why I'm not really like number 1 seed, but they're probably gonna lose. Well, they're definitely gonna lose. They're not going to the finals.
Okay.
You can book that.
I agree with you. I agree with you for sure.
Yeah, they're not.
What's the prompt? Listen, I just got to tell the people because I give this internet company, they about to catch it. I can't say no. One day might want some sponsorship, but they about to tell the brothers off there. They about to catch it.
Uh-oh.
I was on the phone with them earlier last. What you going? What neither here nor I'm gonna tell you, brothers.
I get you back in studio, man. Hey, gotta get you back.
You're right. But still, now see, still though.
But the question was just like some of your biggest shockers, biggest takeaway. I know you mentioned earlier with the Trae Young and Steph Curry.
One of my biggest shockers was that for me, for real, honestly, the Lakers were so bad. Like, because I mean, I knew they were going to be bad, but like I kind of trusted LeBron too, like, because he's like. I know he ain't 25 no more, but he did take like a bunch of bums. I take that back. I won't say bums. He did take a bunch of, average players for real to the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and that ain't the same Bron no more. But seeing that pass, it made me kind of like,
Nah, but what have we always said about Bron carrying bums to the finals? He ain't gonna do that in the West. It's easier to do it in the East.
That's true. You 100% correct. I'm just telling you why it feels like, damn, I thought they was gonna be bad, but like I ain't think they was gonna miss the playoffs bad. You know what I'm saying? You know,
It's
like
playing bad.
yeah, like
Damn,
dang, you couldn't even get a 10th seed.
Damn, that's sad.
Like dang, like I thought off pure talent alone they would slide, just slide in. Like I never thought they was gonna win a championship, but I thought they would at least just off pure talent alone slide in.
Yep, I agree.
I didn't, and I think the biggest shocker is I didn't think there were going to be a lot of games, but I also did not expect Westbrook to be that bad. I thought he was going to be a situation where he's like, oh yeah, Westbrook be balling for real, and it was like it's just not translating into wins. You know what I mean? But Westbrook was bad.
I mean, if you look at his numbers wasn't bad, honestly. But if if you watch the games, he was bad.
Boy.
I think he averaged like 18, 8, and 8. So numbers wasn't terrible. Or 18, 7, and 7 or some shit like that. It wasn't that bad number wise, but man, he was terrible. It was easily his worst season of his career.
I felt bad for him in a way. Well, I started to feel bad for him because it was like, man, Russ the type of guy that's like you just expect him to be Russ. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like that was a bad definition, but I think y'all feel, y'all know what I mean. Russ gonna be Russ. Like, yeah, it's bad basketball, but like, it's good basketball. It's not winning basketball, but like,
we get away with it.
Yeah, we can roll with it. But it was like, dude, shoot 9% from 3. That's pathetic.
Hey man, yeah, he was.
I know when I say I felt bad for him, his confidence was just shot, and I didn't think that was possible with him, and that made me feel bad for him. And I'm not a Russ fan,
Man,
but
in your hometown, bro, like that's why I say I can't buy that, man. Like you grew up in LA, you knew everything about the city,
bro. He was the second worst free throw shooter in the whole league. I think he was like the worst 3-point shooter in the whole league as far as like they made enough attempts to qualify. He just can't fucking shoot at all, like at all. And in today's NBA, that's not you can't be a guard in today's NBA and not be able to shoot. Like it's and not be like a defensive specialist. Like it's just not happening.
All right, man. There's so many different takeaways from the NBA season, man. The NBA season's come to an end. The playoffs is among us. It's here. The play-in's about to happen. The Hawks, they knocked off the Pelicans, so they'll play the Cavaliers Friday night, 7:30, to claim that final 8 seed in the Eastern Conference. Pelicans Spurs are about to tip off right now. They will play the Clippers Friday night, 10 o'clock. For that final seed in the West. So I want to touch on the MVP. Who y'all feel deserves to be MVP? I don't know if y'all seen the I guess is it official? I know I've seen somewhere where like some of the writers and voters all voted on who they felt was the MVP. I don't know if that's the official ballot or not.
No, I don't think it was official. I think I see what you're talking about. I think it's just somebody just took, like made a chart, everybody who got a vote and who they said they were gonna vote for, and kind of just put it in the chart of kind of what they said so far. Like I don't know if they said this who I'm voting for sure, but in their most recent talks is what they've been talking about. So I don't think it's official though, but yeah.
Me personally, I'm just gonna say this: if Joel Embiid doesn't win MVP, it's robbery. That's just my
robbery. Robbery? Nah, that's cap. That's cap.
I hear Joker's about to win it again.
That's what I hear, but that'd be robbery. If he wins it, I don't care. If he wins it, that's a fucking robbery. Anybody but him. Not even put it like that, but
I'm saying Embiid dealt with like no Simmons for half of the year. It was just you. You still averaging 30, keeping Philly amongst the top seeds in the East.
Nah.
Right. And Embiid's been doing it consistently for the entire season. It's a robbery if he doesn't win it.
I'm going Giannis. I think Giannis should win MVP again. Numbers speak for itself. Record speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm with that too. If I had to pick somebody, I'd like Giannis. Though. Giannis is the best player in the NBA. Well, him or KD.
Giannis best player in the league.
Better than KD? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Well, I agree.
Giannis best player in the league.
He the
Yes.
most dominant.
He the best player in the league.
All right. Better than KD.
This season, yes.
Yep. Right now,
Thank
yeah.
you. No. I'm not messing with nobody's choice, but Rand didn't want to say it. No, I needed him to say
It's
it.
hard. It's tough to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
I
But
know.
yeah.
I just needed
Yeah,
him
he
to
is.
say
He
it.
is. He is. He is.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He is. He is.
Okay.
He is. Giannis is. I mean, I said last year after you won the chip, I say he's the best player in the league. He earned it. But he actually went in the summer and put the work in and actually came back and improved his fucking game. He shoot jumpers, pulling up, shooting threes. He's doing it all, man. And defensively even better. He's the best player in the league, hands down. Sorry, KD.
I'm still
just got
taking
that.
KD.
You just got to stay healthy for me.
Yeah, I'm going Giannis. Sorry.
I said this season, this NBA season. Yes, not KD. Giannis is the best player. So MVP, Rookie of the Year. Is it? I mean,
Ooh.
I remember I said this guy. I'm still right. Evan Mobley for me. I was high on the draft. Evan Mobley is my Rookie of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree, man. I think it's Evan Mobley, but I do want to shout out my young bull who I was, champion very beginning of the season. Jalen Green ended the season with a 40 ball. He had 41 in his last game. So, but yeah, Rookie of the Year, Evan Mobley.
Yep.
What about Coach?
Coach of the Year. Oh man, that's tough.
Tyronn Lue. He ain't gonna get it though because record wasn't good enough. But bro, to do what he did, to keep his team together like that, and to be the best team in LA, the best two players out, bro.
Yeah, that's yeah. He ain't.
I would give it a Tyler, but he ain't winning it. Realistically,
Who got the best record in the league?
Suns.
Yes, Suns do.
He might win it again. They got the best record. Oh yeah, and they got a franchise record. He might win it again.
Yeah, and they had Chris Paul out for 8 weeks. Still kept it up there.
I'm going Memphis head coach Taylor Jenkins.
Oh yeah. You're right. I forgot all about him. That's why I'll go with Taylor Jenkins. Ja was out all them games. They were still winning. Yeah, I'm going Taylor Jenkins.
Bro, no, like I know we said earlier. Ain't nobody in the world picked Memphis to finish 2 in the West.
Yeah, that's facts.
No, I don't care who you could be the biggest Memphis Grizzly fan ever. You ain't pick Memphis to finish 2 in the West.
Yeah, you ain't picking that. So yeah, you're right. Damn, that win.
If that's the case, then Ja the MVP.
Missed too many games.
He missed too many games. Yeah, he missed too many games, and they were still dominating niggas when he was out. They was dominating, and they was counting on niggas after the games. They was clowning on niggas after the games in the press in the little on the court doing the little post game interviews.
Yeah, he'll finish top 5 MVP for sure though. But
for sure.
But yeah, but the fact that they were still winning even when he was out, that killed his MVP.
If he would have been playing all those games though, yeah, he'd be top.
Media hype too.
Yeah, he'd be top 2, probably number 1, bro. Just because he a guard, they love guards, and he flashy. Yeah, he probably number 1.
All right, NBA. I said NBA regular season up. Do y'all want to touch talk the NBA playoffs, or do y'all want to come back Friday when everything is all settled and done? Like I said, we don't know who the 8th seed is.
I feel like we gotta come back, man. I feel like we gotta come back.
Yeah, we definitely gotta come back when everything's settled for sure.
All right. So this is we'll label this part 1. So down the wire 513 episode 228 part 2 NBA playoff preview will be Friday. Said AC winner in the East, AC 7:30. Winner in the West, AC 10 o'clock. Granted, I don't think whoever is AC is going to knock off number 1 seed in either conference, but we still want to see. We still want to see everything when it's completed and whole.
Yeah, at least we could talk about the matchups and shit. Get some insight.
Yes, sir.
All right. Lastly, before we wrap up this half, Errol Spence fight this Saturday.
Let's go.
Errol
Spence winning.
Who you fighting?
And then T. Crawford up next. Yeah.
All I know is his last name. I don't know how to say his first name. I know it's Ugas. I don't know how to say his first name.
This a tune-up fight so he can whoop Crawford's ass.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's more than a tune-up.
Well,
I think Spence winning split decision.
Split.
Yeah, you guys pretty good.
I think so. I know I've heard the name before, but
he dog. But Spence ain't supposed to be that nigga. But you guys is one of the top guys in Division 2. Yeah, I'm going Spence though.
Yeah, I got Spence split decision for me.
I don't know what to call. I'm just gonna go Spence. I want to get that. I want to get that tied to the decision. I'm just gonna go Spence.
I mean, as long as Spence wins, it don't matter. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, boxers predict knockouts every fight.
But them motherfucking judges they be janky as hell, bro. They be janky.
Well, I think anything close to Spence, it's gonna go Spence because they want the Spence Crawford.
Yeah, they definitely want to see that. But the score just be so off. It'd be like one judge be like 125 to 124, one judge 136 to 130. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
I'm just saying what I think it's gonna be. I'm not saying don't go bet money, say split. No, don't bet your money on the decision. But yeah, Spence split decision. And in Jerry's world. So it's Saturday night, April 16th, man. It's gonna be an interesting night. Playoffs start Saturday. That's 2, so got a lot going on tonight. A lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I gotta say, fuck Phil Castellini for the Reds, owner of the Reds.
Damn, see, something like you really feel.
Nah, this a real. You almost say heard what he said about the Reds. Basically,
I heard what he said. I know how the fans feel. I'm sorry.
That's what he said.
Nah, you don't. You ain't heard the first comment. That's the last. He's made 3 bullshit ass comments before that.
What did he say?
It's been all over everywhere Cincinnati. He's made national news and everything.
Man, I didn't hear about this. What did he say? Hold up. That's what he said.
So basically, he said like everyone is contemplating like telling the Reds like, why should we trust you? Because basically, it seems like the Reds are another rebuild. Why should we trust the organization to move forward and do right by the fans? This nigga had the nerve to say, "Well, where else you gonna go?" Basically. Damn. Yeah, basically sticking that chest out like ain't nowhere else in the city y'all can go and support. So where else y'all gonna go? And like I said, Reds fans is pissed. It showed today when hardly nobody at the game. So yeah,
damn.
This is officially it's a football town in Cincinnati now. It confirmed it now. Like everyone say fuck the Reds. It's all about Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Damn.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So,
yeah, fuck that nigga.
Don't expect. I mean, you can find maybe free Reds tickets now the way they going because everybody trying to get rid of their tickets. So
I say shit. I might still be down there and shit.
I'm only going for the drinks.
I'm about to say I ain't going to see the game, but yeah, I was down there Saturday for a little Cincy on tap. That shit was lit. So I'm gonna go down for some games for sure. Not for the game, but for the festivities.
All right. But nonetheless, man, appreciate everybody tapping in with us tonight, man. Part 2, Down to the Wire 513, episode 228 will be Friday night. A little different setting. I know I won't be in studio. I'll be at the crib talking. But nonetheless, we will have a playoff prediction show this Friday night. Once everything is said and done, maybe early Saturday afternoon, depending on. We'll let y'all know. But nonetheless, for my brothers Flyman Rand, my brother Josh Doc Evans, my name is D. Taryn Bland, man. We'll catch y'all this Friday or Saturday. Playoff preview show. Till next time, man. We out.
Love y'all.
Peace.